Imagine being appointed to replace Moses, the man who confronted Pharaoh, stretched out his staff over the sea, and spoke with God face to face. Now imagine being told, your task is to finish what Moses started. That was the weight on Joshua's shoulders. A man who spent years in the background was suddenly pushed into the spotlight to lead an entire nation into the promise they had waited for their whole lives. This is the true story of Joshua, a warrior, a servant, a leader shaped not by power, but by faith and obedience. Joshua's story begins long before he becomes Israel's leader. He first appears as a young soldier chosen by Moses to command Israel's army in their battle against the Amalekites. While Moses stood on the hill with his hands lifted, Joshua fought on the ground. The victory was not only a miracle from God, but a sign. Joshua had something inside him that God could trust. After that, Joshua became Moses' assistant, staying close to him during Israel's wilderness journey. He stayed at the tent of meeting, even after Moses left, remaining where the presence of God rested. He was not loud, he was not famous, but he was faithful. And that faithfulness was shaping him for something greater. Years later, when Moses sent 12 spies to scout the promised land, only 2 returned with confidence, Caleb and Joshua. The others saw giants and fortified cities and came back terrified. Joshua saw the same things, but his perspective was different. He remembered what God had already done. He believed the land was possible because God had promised it. That moment revealed his heart, while fear delayed the nation's blessing. For 40 years, Joshua's faith preserved his destiny. When Moses eventually died, Israel didn't just lose a leader. They lost the man who guided them through miracles and wilderness. And it was Joshua who God chose to carry the mantle. The instructions Joshua received weren't poetic encouragements. They were commands for survival. Be strong and courageous. Joshua wasn't stepping into peace. He was stepping into war.